Hey everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I'm your average guy, John Corelli, and this is just going to be kind of an update, a Saturday morning update. It's cloudy outside, it's overcast, and overcast days never turn me on, but something about the clouds in her mix. Okay, that's all the Prince I'm going to sing to you because I actually care about my viewers and will not put them through much of that. But this isn't going to be a very exciting video. It's the week in review for me. Like I said, it's a Saturday morning. I'm in a really, really good place, like mentally and spiritually and even physically not too bad. I just am appreciating things, and I want to spread that appreciation and spread any good I can throw forward. Because a lot of times I just bitch on this channel, let's be honest. But right now, feeling really good about just the people in my life and how I feel for them. I feel like I'm going forward with love, which is a big deal. And I've done it before in my life. There are a lot of times I have, but a lot of times I haven't. I'd say the majority of my life I was either neutral or I wouldn't say hateful, but often angry or pessimistic in this life. And I've watched my father do that with a lot of his life, and I don't want to end up that way. And it's a conscious fucking choice. It really is, to move forward through love and see the good and be an optimist, be a realist too, and see that there are a lot of bad things going on in the world, but there's a lot of good out there and a lot of good people and a lot of good people in your life who have added to it. You know, I've got amazing people in my life. And, you know, I've told you guys early on, one of my first videos of the year was about a woman I had fallen hard in love with. And even though I self-diagnosed it as limerence, I don't think it was quite that. It was a woman who came hard into my life for a couple months and then bailed out. But she's still in my life, and I'm lucky to have her. And she's an amazing, amazing person. And I would love to be her man, but that's probably not in the cards. Maybe it will be. I don't know. But I know that how I feel about her. And that's not going to change unless she changes radically, which I don't think is going to happen. She's a strong, intelligent, kind, gorgeous person, and I'm lucky to have her in my life. And I'm also lucky to have my ex-wife in my life, which is weird to say, right? It's an odd thing. You know, it's a conversation sometimes you got to have. Like last night, I was hoping my ex-wife was coming over last night, Friday night. She often does, and she often brings food, which is great. Thank you. For me and the kids. And we hang out like we're a family. We've been divorced 12 years almost. And it's a beautiful thing. The last few years we've become friendly. I don't know if we're great friends. We still don't really do things socially very often, if at all, but we get together with the kids and we have a great time. And it reminds me of the good days, you know, and which most of them were, by the way. And that's another thing that I hate. Like, that's the thing. Focus on the good, not on the bad. You know, there were reasons we got divorced, and they weren't all my fault, you know, and that's another thing. Don't take everything upon yourself, but also don't push it onto the other person. Usually it's a little bit of both, right? Same with the last relationship that I spoke of a couple minutes ago. It was great. And I made some mistakes, but she did too. But we're still friends. And I still get to have this amazing person in my life. Same with my ex-wife, amazing person that's in my life. My kids, amazing people. And I'm part of that. I'm part of the reason they're amazing. You know, I'm part of the reason they might have issues too, but I'm a very fortunate person. And so when I go out into the day, you know, and I go out into the world, like I have this morning, I just bought groceries from my dad, and I'm about to bring them over to him. And I'm going to try to make him feel loved. And that's difficult because I don't think he feels worthy of love. And I've explained in the past, I have a couple of videos on that one recently on how he was not loved by his mother, which is a horrific neglect to take as a child and as an adult. And so, but I got to move forward with that and be appreciative of the things he has given me, which are a lot. You know, there are a lot of things he hasn't done, but like I said, this is all about focus, right? But I wanted to also give you a week in review. I will probably do a video tomorrow about, I'm going to a thing tonight with my best friend on the planet, Troy, who we've been friends for 41 years. Wow, right? I met him in the fall of '82. We were both sophomores at my school. And I've done a video on him. I think I did one in 2021 all about him. But yeah, we're still 40 years. I appreciate and love him, even though he calls me a bitch ass a lot. But he's also extremely generous and has been my best friend for 40 years. I work in a place that, then I think this is a big reason I'm having this renaissance, epiphany, whatever you want to call it, that's made me a more positive person. Also, and I'm not bragging, this is not a brag, but this has happened along the way. I've lost about 25 pounds since July 4th. And it really has helped my attitude. I feel better when I look in the mirror. I feel better just physically, not carrying around that extra 25 pounds of fat. I don't limp as much anymore. It's also helped me bond with my autistic child, Dante. We dance almost every night for about an hour. We just watch YouTube videos, click from 80s song to 80s song, basically. And we dance together for about an hour, and that helps. I get to work out at my place of work, which is the next thing I'm going to bring up. That's what I was going to say, was the place I work. And I've probably talked about this before too, so I hope I don't get too boring. I'm trying to do more stuff just to not be boring on this channel. But the place where I work is insane. It really is. It's a school for at-risk kids. And we have the cops come in a couple times a week. We have security there. We have 4 security people there. We have people like me that have to be trained in how to defend themselves and how to break up fights. And conflict resolution, of course, is your first step, right? Using your words. And so last week, I may have mentioned this in a video too, had a kid, and he's really, and this is where you start to empathize. Kid's going through a lot. He has a lot of pain and a lot of anger in him for a 14-year-old. And he says things that are extremely inappropriate. He talks about getting raped by Japanese girls with dildos because he's really into anime. He talks about raping people. And so he got into a conflict with a female coworker of mine. And he said, "I'm going to rape, fucking kill you." And I got up, which I maybe should have, looking back, I probably shouldn't have gotten up because I was probably threatening to him. But I just got up because I wanted to be an authority and say, this is not something we can say here. No matter how damaged you are, no matter what you're feeling right now, these are words that are extremely hurtful and inappropriate and frightening. And so I got up and I just did my hands like this. I said, I can't say his name. Cool it. Just said, cool it. And he came right after me. He came in with an overhand right, grazed my head. I got my hand up in time. He probably hurt his hand more than he hurt my head. But then he came in and he bit me. And I don't know if I've probably shown this. It's not great. And this is at a week and a half to heal. This is last Wednesday and today's Saturday. It's had 10 days to heal. I got lucky. He didn't break the skin. So I've just washed it, Neosporin the hell out of it, and I didn't get an infection. So I was lucky I didn't have to do a hospital visit. But, you know, after the adrenaline wore off from being, and I was attacked, you know, and once I shoved his face off of my arm and pushed him away, he ran away. But yeah, after that attack and after the adrenaline wears off and after your own physical and a little bit of fear, you know, there's a little bit of fear when a little Wolverine comes at you. He's half my size, but he was very aggressive, obviously. But you reassess and you understand. And I'm trying not to cry, but the pain he is going through, to have that in his essence, to have those words in his body that he feels like he can just spout out and to come at you physically like that, a lot of pain there. But this place has made me appreciate, and I feel like family there. The first semester, it's like an initiation, like they don't want to like you and they want to make sure you don't wash out. It's almost like the military. And after the first semester, I've not washed out. I didn't do a great job my first semester either. I'm a lot better at my job. I'm better on all levels, and I love it. And I'm just happy to be in this building with these amazing, dedicated, educated, intelligent, kind people. And I get emotional because I'm growing. And these kids need us. And I'm really happy to be not only needed, but valuable. You know, I had an interaction with a kid just on Wednesday. We got Monday off for Martin Luther King Day, and it was super cold here that night, but they gave us Tuesday off. They didn't really need to, but they did, so that was nice. So I saw the kids on Wednesday, and there's ice out there. Kids are throwing ice balls at the building. They're not really listening, because a lot of the people that I work with are women, and they've been hit and kicked and bit, and so they're cautious with these kids. I'm a little braver because I'm a little bigger, right? I'm a guy, got some muscle on me, so I have that advantage over these kids. That if they come after me, it probably won't go as well as if they came after a woman. That's not insulting these women. I know they are capable of defending themselves, but I'm just simply bigger, right? And so I just leaned into these kids and said, hey, I'd really appreciate it if you stopped throwing the ice. I hope you guys had a good 4-day weekend. And I don't say anything about let's go in and get to work. I don't say any of that shit. This is just outside the building waiting to come in because we have the kids wait unless it's under 20 degrees, which it wasn't that day. And this kid looked me in the face kind of like this, but he just kind of nodded like, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't be throwing ice. And it was a beautiful moment because this kid can be difficult. All of our kids can be extremely difficult. But him and another kid just were like, yeah, okay, thanks. And I thank them. When they do things that are right, these kids especially, I thank them all the time. I say thank you a lot. I say I appreciate you a lot. I ask them how they're doing. And that's how you can build rapport and hopefully educate and hopefully change these kids' lives. But so this place has been very big for me. I've had a really good week just spiritually. And like I said, I'm just trying to continue growing as a person, which at my age is a big deal because a lot of people my age have given up. Oh, I'm fine. Can't change me. You can, and if you're saying that, you might need some change in your life. So I'm continuing that path. Thanks for listening for on over 11 minutes. Going to talk about some other things maybe in my next video that are also leading to some beautiful stuff. So anyway, that was not a very exciting video, but it is the week in review, and I will talk about some more things in the next couple videos. Anyway, I'm babbling now. Have a great day. Find your inner peace. And if you can outwardly give through love, it's a beautiful thing. I'll talk to you guys next time.